Well, I was in combat in 1945 through 1949. That's how I got hurt.
My mom was diagnosed with diabetes. My dad had to exhaust all of his savings on things that the insurance just didn't cover. And then finally, my mom capped her insurance. So all the expenses were out-of-pocket expenses. So there was just no money for the needed repairs. We needed a roof, and we actually didn't have running water.
It was pretty bad because I had to sort of move the wheelchair, and I'm legally blind, and I didn't know where I was going half the time. So things were pretty rough for me.
Dave and I moved in shortly after we were married about 15 years ago. However, the house had been in my family. It had been my grandparents' house. When our son became ill, all of our resources, our time, our energy, our finances, all of everything was directed towards that as our sole goal. He began chemotherapy and was in treatment for 5 years before he passed away this January. My son's illness left us with a lot of financial obligations. We hadn't really even gotten to the point where we were thinking about what we were going to do about our house.
My name is Mrs. Barbara Alice Pratt. I'm proud of my age. I'm 76, born January 31st, 1932. I stayed through the storm. It was looking out the back door when it was blowing, and the water did come all the way up high enough for the boats to come in. And the boat people say get out because the storm is over, but the water is still rising, and you don't have no light or anything, and you can get trapped because it could go to your ceiling.
The main problem facing low-income homeowners is that they don't have enough incomes to support the needs that they obviously have to take care of to pay their mortgages, pay their taxes, pay their utility bills, and to maintain their homes. And that's been a problem for a long time and shows no signs of abating.
Affordable home ownership is at a crisis in our country.
The population is aging, houses are getting older, people's paychecks aren't able to cover as much cost as they used to.
For many low-income homeowners, there really is only one option to solve the home maintenance problems that they face, and that is rebuilding together.
Rebuilding Together's purpose is to preserve affordable home ownership for our nation's millions of low-income homeowners, from our nation's returning veterans to our seniors to our disabled. We attempt to meet the needs of homeowners who need the services that only Rebuilding Together can provide.
Home ownership is the backbone of our cities, of our suburbs, of our rural parts of the country. That is what is going to move this country forward.
And that's why it's so important for organizations like Rebuilding Together to be there when the less advantaged citizens and residents and owners in that neighborhood need some help.
Rebuilding Together is located through our affiliates in every major community across the United States.
The Rebuilding Together affiliates across the country are able to respond very quickly to the needs of the individual homeowners in their neighborhoods and communities.
Rebuilding Together affiliates are the ones who go out and find the people who need the help, and we also find the people that can provide the help. In a sense, we're a broker of neighbors.
Our relationship with the homeowners starts by understanding their needs. So we need to get to their houses, we need to sit down with them, and they need to feel that they are talking to a friend.
The homeowners really benefit by having local affiliates because we're able to go in and customize the type of services they need and help them live independently as long as possible.
I don't know what we would have done if Rebuilding Together hadn't have contacted us and with this offer to help us make repairs and to the house.
Next thing I know, they had buses, young, old, from all over, coming and told me don't worry about nothing. They the one did all of the work on the house and everything.
The scope of work can vary greatly from house to house.
We may do things like install grab bars, new flooring and appliances.
We address plumbing and electrical needs, install low-E windows, painting, landscaping. Nothing is beyond rebuilding together because we're addressing the needs of the homeowner.
But Rebuilding Together is really a year-round organization because the needs of homeowners cannot be captured in 1 month or every 6 months. Those needs are constant. Our work, however, culminates in National Rebuilding Day because that's a day that defines our origin.
The changes in the homeowner is my favorite part of this process. When you first go in and meet the homeowner, their spirit is lost. The home that they loved is not the same anymore. And just through a little bit of help, 1 day, 2 days of work on their home, they're standing up straighter, they're proud of their home again. And going back and seeing them later, you actually see that their health has improved. Their smile is brighter, they're standing up straighter, they're getting out into the community again. It's very exciting.
Rebuilding Together allowed my dad to stay in his home, something that I just wasn't going to be able to do.
If Rebuilding Together hadn't come forward with an offer to help us with our house, I'm sure those repairs still would not have been made. The inside of my house is brighter, and our spirit is lighter.
You couldn't ask for a better organization. And I thank you because you made life worth living in my home. It's gorgeous. I just wish my husband could see the place.
This organization has allowed our family to stay together, and you just can't put a price on that.
We need to continue on a national level to engage our political leadership and our corporate leadership so we can better serve the needs of low-income homeowners.
It's a good investment, and it's a good investment for our future generations. We can leverage limited resources. We put people in the communities. We're saving home ownership. We're ensuring that people have healthy, productive lives. We can do it better than anyone else can. It's as simple as that.
On a local level, we certainly need volunteers to get out there and get the work done. We need sponsors to provide the funding and volunteers to help us. And we also need the political advocacy and support to get our brand out there and to bring in local resources and visibility for the organization. If we had more support, certainly we could provide many more services to those people on the waiting list.
Our network is unique because we fall back on something very, very basic. We engage the goodness in people, the spirit of volunteerism, the genius of philanthropy, and we bring those together in ways that brings astounding results in low-income communities and serves as a model of what people can do to help each other when in need. We are truly unique, and our future can only be better.